Kia ora. I'm Darren, and this is Selena. And this is Kia ora Oz, WNFK. Welcome to the next episode. Oh, so this is not how we wanted to start our stay in Victor Harbour. It's absolutely hammering down, and it has been for the last, since about 2 o'clock this morning. Look at the weather, crap. Even the magpies are heading under our awning for cover. Bit wet, mate, hey? What do you reckon? Hey? What do you reckon? Too wet? Too wet for magpies? Hey? Yeah? So yeah, hopefully we can get out tomorrow, but today is movie day. Morena.
Morning.
So we are in Victor Harbour. Got in on Friday, and so welcome to the next video, which will be us here in Victor Harbour, and then we turn on Wednesday and head for Melbourne. So we are doing, I think, 5 days down back to Melbourne. Not sure how exciting the Victor Harbour segment of this will be. The weather is absolute crap, absolutely hammered down all day yesterday, and so we didn't do anything. We stayed inside. It was just not worth it. Rained all night. It's raining again now. Well, it's spitting at the moment, but anyway, we're going to try and get out and have a look at at least something today. We'll go to lunch with an old work colleague. Yeah, so that's Victor Harbour. So Victor Harbour, for Sam's fun facts, lies in the traditional lands of the Ramandijeri clan of the Narrandjeri people. Probably stuffed that up, but anyway. And it's also, you'll see the spelling up here. Where did I see that? Yeah, so the spelling up there, like Victor Harbour, instead of having an O-U-R, it's just O-R. I can't work out exactly why, but without the U, as harbour normally is spelt, the spelling is found in several geographical names in South Australia, including Outer Harbour and Blanche Harbour. So for some reason in South Australia they decided to drop the U. Not sure why. In some places anyway. So yeah, so we will brave the weather and head out shortly, and take it with us. Talk to you later.
Bye.
So we just stopped for a quick look at the Granite Island Causeway, which is here. So normally they have a tram with a horse-drawn tram that goes across, but it's not running today because of wind gusts. Go figure. Well, this place would be really nice in the summer. Summer, in fine weather. This is where they hold the trams. The horse-drawn at the information centre at Victor Harbour, and there's a whale centre here, South Australian Whale Centre. This is a recreation of the Sea Shepherd. There's a Greenpeace boat.
Hi.
Still in Victor Harbour. The weather hasn't been the best, so
Still raining.
yeah, the rain stopped at the moment. It's still overcast, but absolutely hammered down last night. I look across the caravan across the way and it looks like it's almost floating on water. So yeah, we did get out and about yesterday for a bit, and just we went and had a quick look at the causeway, which runs across on the mainland over to Granite Island in the harbour. And we went and had a look at the whale information place that they have here, and then went and had lunch with an old work colleague. Shout out to Chris, thanks for lunch, or thanks for the company.
Yes.
So today we'll probably, on Chris's recommendations, just take a drive down to Port Elliot and Hindmarsh Island, down where the Murray meets the sea, that sort of thing. Apparently it's not too far away, so we're going to do that, something that we can do in the car. Although we just did see a patch of sun break through before, so, and it's supposed to be quite hot today. It's supposed to get up as high as 30 potentially, but it's quite humid at the moment. Okay, so we will go and do that in the car. Sam's fun facts for today. Port Victor became a major seaport in the 1800s, around 1862 to 64. They extended the railway from Port Elliot. There've been a number of shipwrecks in Port Elliot, so they wanted to use a deeper harbour. So Port Victor, as it was called then, took over the or became the major port for the Murray trade. So the paddle steamers would come up the Murray with goods, and then transferred by train here to Victor Harbour, or Port Victor as it was known then, because it was a deeper port. And so there was a jetty built here, which eventually was extended all the way out to Granite Island, so the larger ships could anchor and be loaded. And then railway lines were installed on the bridge, and horse-drawn wagons were used to cart goods from the railhead out to the ships. Those horse-drawn carriages now have been turned into trams, and it's a bit of a tourist attraction where you can catch a horse-drawn carriage across the causeway to the other side. So that's the history of the causeway. Alright, so we'll clean up and head out, and we'll take it with us. See you later.
Bye.
So this Port Elliot, what a little gem, absolutely beautiful. Nice little cafe on the water. The sun's coming out. Yay! Oh no, there's stairs here, duh. This must have been the old pier over here. This is Horseshoe Bay, and looks like the remnants of an old pier there. I would think that this is the original part where, or the original port for the Murray trade. So yeah, we're just going to have a look around here, and then we might head on to Hindmarsh Island. So we've crossed the Murray River a lot of times over the past couple of decades, especially at Albury Wodonga, where we cross over the Murray between Victoria and New South Wales heading to Melbourne and back. And then we've camped on the Murray in Echuca and around those places, and a couple of other places we've been, but now we're at the mouth of the Murray, where it all ends. Hey?
Oh, stop.
Or no, it ends. The mouth is where it ends. There's a full-time dredging operation to keep the mouth of the Murray open for important ecological reasons. But this dredge removes somewhere between 600,000 and 1 million cubic meters of sand a year. But not today, because it's not working by the look of it.
Morning. Raining.
Rain, and more rain. Hammered down again last night. We thought it was clearing up, but then, nah. It'll be a really nice, bright, sunny day tomorrow because we're leaving. Anyway, it did clear up yesterday sufficiently for us to go out and have a look around, which is nice.
Yes.
We went and had a look at Port Elliot, which is an absolutely stunning place. And then we also went and crossed over to Hindmarsh Island, and then to the mouth of the Murray River, which was quite cool, given that we've crossed the Murray River or driven over the Murray River or camped near the Murray River for
years,
decades. So yeah, to see the mouth of the Murray was quite cool. So Sam's fun fact: Murray River originates in the Australian Alps, drains down the western side of Australia's highest mountains to form the Murray, and then it meanders down through New South Wales, Victoria, and eventually into South Australia, some 2,500 kilometres. And there's a lot of tributaries, which also, and it's Australia's longest river, but there are a lot of the tributaries that come off the Murray River, such as the Murrumbidgee, also forms some of the longest rivers in Australia, and formed the Darling Downs Basin, something like that. Anyway, the river has actually completely dried up on 3 separate occasions during extreme drought. There you go. And like I said yesterday, at the mouth, they try and keep the mouth, or they do keep the mouth open by dredging, so that, or for very good ecological reasons, letting the seawater mix into Lake Alexandria. Yeah, so that's the Murray. 600,000 to 1 million cubic metres every year dredged out. Anyway, I said that yesterday. Alright, so today we're still going to get out, and we'll probably go and have a look in the other direction out to the Cape near. I think you might be able to see Flinders Island from it, but anyway, this weather you won't be able to see much by the look of it. Although it does look a bit lighter out the back there. So we'll go and do that. Go to the supermarket and get tonight's dinner and stuff. Yeah, and we'll take you along. Talk to you later.
Bye.
This is the bluff, or part of the bluff, looking out back into Victor Harbour, causeway in the distance. It looks like the weather might be breaking up, bit of blue sky, hopefully. Anyway, we'll keep driving up here. We're going to do mostly in the car today, make sure that we keep dry. Oh, the other side of the bluff, there certainly is some really quite spectacular coastline around these parts. Jarvis, where the ferry goes to Kangaroo Island. Kangaroo Island in the distance. Travel day today, and because we're leaving today, Victor Harbour today, the sun's come out and it's a beautiful day, of course. Anyway, hopefully when we come back here we'll get explore. Yeah, we'll get good weather and be able to explore more. So that's likely to be somewhere towards the end of March. But yesterday we still got out and had a look around. There was a little break in the weather, not much, but we still we did a drive down to Cape Jarvis, and Cape Jarvis is the jumping off point to go to Kangaroo Island. So the Sea Link ferries pull in there to go to Kangaroo Island. So Sam's fun fact: Kangaroo Island is also known as Kata Pintinga, literally Island of the Dead in the language of the Kuruna people. Island of the Dead. And it's the 3rd largest island after Tasmania and Melville Islands. So there you go. We looked at ferry prices for going over to Kangaroo Island, so it'll be a little while before we do that trip. Probably 2025, I think. It was close to $1,000 return to get the caravan over there. So anyway, so we're off today to a place called Koonalpen, and a pub stay at the Koonalpen Hotel, hopefully. Can't book it, it's a first in, first served thing, and a pub feed tonight. As we make our turn east to head back towards Melbourne. So we'll do that over the next 4 days. Hopefully be back in Melbourne Monday. Alright, we'll take you along.
Bye. Morning.
So we are in Koonalpen, South Australia, at the Koonalpen Hotel. So it was a pub stay last night. I pulled in at the back of the pub and set up, and it's a free camp so long as you go in and have a couple of drinks and a feed in the pub, and that's what we did last night. We had a good pub feed. It was schnitzel night last night. Plenty of people in the pub. It was
Young people.
Yeah, we're young too. Yeah. So we did that last night, and then came back to the van and chilled out. So we're heading off again today. We'll go head an hour down the road to Bordertown, which I presume is on the border. Bordertown for one night. And yeah, it'll only take us about an hour to get there. So here in Koonalpen, we've seen our first silo art that we've seen so far. So part of our rejuvenation project in 2017, they did a number of art projects around this town to help with recovery from droughts and those sorts of things, and rejuvenate the town. And one of the projects was the silo art. I'll drop a photo in of that. The artist was Guido van Helten. And the theme for the theme for the art is hope for the future. It took 200 cans of spray paint. Did I say this is Sam's Fun Facts?
Well,
Well, this is Sam's Fun Facts. 200 cans of spray paint, 6 weeks to do, and it's 30 meters high. The mural depicts five local kids. Ciara, 9 years of age. In 2017 she was 9. Blake, 6. Reef, 5. Kiara, 6. And Macy, 5. So there you go. So what's that? How old will they be now? 10 years? No.
6 years ago.
6 years ago. So now they'll be 15, 12 and 11. Okay, so we're going to pack up, get on the road and head to Bordertown. Talk to you later.
Bye. Morning.
We are in Bordertown, which is close to the Victorian border. So we will cross over the Victorian border today. Travel day again today. We're heading to Taylor's Lake Campground, which is just out of Horsham, or just east of Horsham. So we'll be in Victoria tonight. And we are there for one night, and then we cruise into Ararat. Not Ballarat, Ararat, for 2 nights before we head into Melbourne. Okay, so Bordertown we're in. Sam's Fun Fact. It's a quick one today. Bordertown is the birthplace of Australian Prime Minister Bob Hawke.
Wow.
How's that? Alright, so we're going to pack up and get on the road, and we've got about a 2.5 hour drive today into Horsham and Taylor's Lake Campground. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Silo art along the way. I haven't seen much, but this is the second one on this leg. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up, but this is a pink lake. I'll find out what it's all about in a sec, but
Morning.
so we're at a free camp on the shores of Taylor's Lake, which is about, I don't know, 15 minutes outside of Horsham, or probably east of Horsham, in Victoria. Free camp, we just did an overnighter here, and then we're heading from here into Ararat for the weekend. So we'll be in Ararat for the weekend, and then we'll be done with being on the road for probably a month and a half. We go to Melbourne to celebrate Christmas with the whānau. So it was only an hour's drive yesterday, so it was quite easy. We stopped in Horsham to go to the supermarket. We stopped to have a look at some silo art, and we stopped to look at the Pink Lake. Not sure how it came up on camera, but it was quite pink, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. So Sam's fun fact: the pink colour in the Pink Lake, and there's a number of pink lakes around Australia, but the pink colour is due to a combination of algae and a bacteria that thrives in really salty wetlands. The pink colour appears when the tiny algae secrete red, orange and yellow pigments when the saline is quite hypersensitive. So that's what makes it pink. So it's not always pink either. Sometimes they're not pink because that reaction is not happening. Okay, so we're going to clean up and make our Saturday morning phone calls, and then head off to Ararat. Talk to you later.
Bye. Morning.
So we are in Ararat, and this will be our last day in the van, probably for a month and a half. So tomorrow morning we'll pull out of here and head to Melbourne, where we will park up for Christmas, and move back into the bungalow for a while. And then we need to in January, mid-January, we need to fly to Sydney for a week and a half, 2 weeks or so, to get Selena's scans done and visit the oncologist and do all the stuff that we do when we do that, blood tests, etc. And then we'll fly back, grab the caravan and head off again, probably around the 23rd or 24th of January. Alright, so that'll mean that we miss the Christmas school holiday time and all of the busy parks and tourist areas, right? So then we'll do a mad dash back to Adelaide, and then hopefully we'll do we will do the Eyre Peninsula and the York Peninsula, etc, etc. So yeah, this will be the end of this video, and then we'll be off the air until late in January while we take a break for Christmas. So like I said, we're in Ararat. Ararat, quite an interesting little place actually. It was part of the whole gold mining thing in Victoria, that sort of stuff. Chinese coming through on their way to the Victorian goldfields, discovered gold around this area, so that boosted the whole area, etc. So, but then it became a bit famous. It's got a mental asylum here. It was one of Victoria's first mental asylums, and a jail for the criminally insane, both of which were built and opened in the late or mid to late 1800s, and which were in service until the 90s, late 1998, around that, 91, 98. But one of the inmates in the...
Sam's Fun Faces, Sam's.
I didn't say Sam's Fun Facts, which this is. Well, one of the inmates in the jail for the criminally insane, J Ward it was called, was Charles Broussard, a French/Australian. He was born in New Caledonia, but in, when was it? 1902, 1903, somewhere around there. He was charged and convicted of murder. He murdered an old man and stole his boots. But then was deemed to be insane, essentially, and it was argued that he couldn't stand trial because of his mental instability. So he was sent to J Ward here in Ararat in 1903, and was sent to J Ward at the governor's pleasure, which means there was no end date. Anyway, he ended up spending 70 years locked up here in Ararat, and died in jail at the age of 91 or 92, which allegedly makes him the longest serving prisoner in the world, with over 70 years in custody, at his death in 1974. How's that? Anyway, so we're going to end this video here. Please remember, hit that subscribe button, and if you like our videos, give us a like. If you want to know anything, or if you got any comments or etc., leave some comments below, and we will see you in
January
2024. Ka kite.
Bye.